fighters at the top of their game.
Awesome. This was a real fun movie. It was like full of emotion. The fighting scenes were really brutal. So I want to ask you guys, like, how rigorous was that shooting the boxing scenes?
How what, sir?
How rigorous was it? Like, how difficult?
Yeah.
Well, the time commitment, you know, started obviously far before action or cut. Yeah. You know, the preparation of a boxer is in the ring, right? In you know, the training camps, in the training facilities, and I think we made a conscious decision to not act these roles, but to completely embody the characters. And, you know, spending time with trainers who had, you know, kind of worked not only with pros, but amateurs. And then for my regimen specifically consisted of standing toe-to-toe with amateurs and sparring with them, but understanding the preparation from the aspect of these welterweights and what they had to go through in preparing for the fight through weight, understanding the strategy, understanding the time, the rest, the workload. I do 3 workouts per day at times. I built up to that. I didn't start there. But you know, understanding how to properly throw a punch, how to land a hook, how to work defense. You know, there were times when, you know, I trained and not use my hands at all, but completely use my feet because of the type of boxer that Sugar Ray Leonard was. Yeah.
And you're actually a dancer, you know, like arguably one of the greatest dancers, you know, alive. So did that make it easier for you to do that?
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
It's true. Welcome, but it made it much easier for me to pick up those little nuances and the things that were very specific to Sugar Ray Leonard.
Gotcha.
His sidestep.
And I remember Jonathan told me when I got on board the project, Usher was already attached to the movie.
Oh, cool.
And I remember Jonathan telling me, Jonathan Jakubowicz, the director and writer of the film, he said that I can't remember the name, but it's one boxing expert. I think it's one of the famous names, but I can't recall it right now. It was one of the advisors of the film, and when they were talking about Sugar Ray Leonard, one of the things that
Freddie Roach.
Freddie Roach, exactly. Then he said to Jonathan, "You need an actor who's also a dancer to play Sugar Ray, because of his style." So he was born to play this. He was born to play this character, and the thing is that as Usher was saying, there's no way to portray a boxer without becoming a boxer yourself before becoming a fighter. Not only because of the physical display that you will have to show in the film, is because in order to understand the mentality and the state of mind and the spirit of a fighter, you need to feel it in your body, because it is all connected. So there was no way for us to achieve success in these choreographies without having gone through the progression. Because every punch you throw, there's a progression to it. It's not that you learn how to throw a punch. It's not dissected. It's all part of a whole training, a whole learning of the sport. And
chi of life.
Exactly. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Because actually, when you throw it right, it actually comes all the way from the ankle.
Right.
So if your ankle is not placed in the right position, then you're not gonna punch as hard. You're not gonna have any impact. So you think that it's in the hands, but no, the hands is just it's like just holding. It's like the power of a sword doesn't come from the sword.
Right.
It comes from the hand. You know, and then just actually the blade that cuts you is just the consequence. It's just the last part, but it comes from the hand that is holding the sword.
I just learned a whole lot right now. Wow, that's amazing. Lastly, I just want to ask you really quickly. I'm a fan of your New Look Foundation because I was born and raised in South Central, and growing up, I love filmmaking. And what you're doing with the youth, I think it's really cool. Can you just talk about it a bit?
Well, from the aspect of building future leaders, you know, the other side is to be disruptive innovators and find the way to utilize your voice to change and impact your community. Right. You know, by way of understanding the powers, understanding the ability to change with a vote, to change and address issues with peaceful protests, but be disruptive innovators. You know, that's part of what I love about the foundation, what I love about New Look, and its expansive nature. Yeah.
Well, that's really cool. Like I said, I love the film, so.
Yeah. Thank you.